the rice bowl. But then when I asked them the next question, that one they could not answer. What is the major problem you will face if you want to use rice as money? The answer is the government of Indonesia has imposed price control on rice. Those who declare that we are the champions of the free market, they are the ones who impose price control. Shamelessly impose price control on rice. It is not that the government of Indonesia is buying the rice from the farmer at the true market price, okay, and then selling the rice on the market at a discounted price. No. The government of Indonesia unilaterally imposes a price for rice that is below the market price. And so the market is ripping off the rice farmer. He works and he sweats, but he does not get the fruit of his sweat. No, the blood-sucking, predatory banking system, they get the fruit of his sweat. What will we do? How can we get around this problem of price controls? Is it halal or is it haram? A man came to the Prophet ﷺ, this hadith is in my book, and he said, "O Messenger of Allah, fix the prices, because the prices were too high in the market." The Prophet said no. He came back a second time and he came back a third time. So it must have been really hard. The Prophet said no. But he said, I can raise my hands and pray to Allah. We can raise our hands and pray to Allah that Allah may bring down the prices by increasing supply, for example. So Islam gives to the world a completely free and fair market with no price controls. The last free and fair market the world ever had was the market of the Ottoman Islamic State. The last free and fair market that the world ever had was the market of the Ottoman Islamic State. But those who are eating halwa know nothing about this. No. They attack the Ottoman state. They say all kind of derogatory things about it. They dismiss it. And yet it is scholars at the State University of New York in what's the name of that place? Not Stony Brook, in upstate New York.
New Jersey?
Upstate New York. State University of New York, somewhere in upstate New York. Those scholars out there, they are the ones who did the research, non-Muslims, and they are the ones who made the declaration that the last free and fair market that the world ever had was the market of the Ottoman Islamic State. And when the Ottoman Islamic State was dismantled and Europe took control of the market around the world, the free and the fair market disappeared, and now it's a market of thieves, ripping off all of mankind of their wealth. I have given to you tonight the broad picture of the subject. First study this broad picture and try to assess the implications for us. What will Allah do to us? How great must be His anger? Before you ask me questions about how can I buy a house in Sydney? Before I end, let me add one more point. Those who are attacking us operate with PhDs in deception. If there are 10 Muslims and they're able to get 6 of them to borrow money and interest from the bank to buy a house or to buy a car or to build an Islamic school, 4 Muslims have resisted. So they're not content until they come and get those 4. وَلَن تَرْضَى عَنْكَ الْيَهُودَ وَلَا النَّصَارَ حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ. They want to get the other four now. The ones who want to remain faithful to Allah and His Messenger. So how do they get them? They get them with something called an Islamic bank. Yes, an Islamic bank. Guess what the Islamic bank does? I have to tell you this one before I finish. What the Islamic bank does, 9 times out of 10, is to give you backdoor riba. Example, probably the most prominent of all examples of all the trading of the Islamic banks. In Islam, the norm of a business transaction is a cash transaction, and a credit transaction is the exception to the norm. A credit transaction will be one in which you're given time to pay, okay? The norm of a business transaction in Islam is a cash transaction. And so in Islam, market price is always cash price. Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu came into the market and found a man selling his goods at less than the market price. Umar said to him, "Get out, raise your price or get out of our market." You lower your price to cut the throat of your competitors. And when they collapse, then you take control of the market and you raise your price. So, market price is cash price. A house is on sale for $100,000. I don't have the 100,000 to buy it. Islamic Bank says no problem. Islamic Bank says we'll buy it for 100,000 and then we'll sell it to you for 400,000. What did you say? Huh? I didn't hear you. We'll buy it for 100,000 and we'll sell it to you for 400,000. Huh? Why would I buy from you for 400,000 when it's on sale for 100,000? If I have to buy from you cash, then someone should make an appointment for me with a psychiatrist. Huh? I'm mentally unsound. No, you're not buying from me cash. It's a credit transaction. Oh, I see. So I pay you 400,000 and you give me 20 years to pay. Why am I paying an extra 300,000? Why? There's only one honest answer to that question. There's only one honest answer to that question. All the rest belong to the garbage bin. The only reason why I'm paying an extra $300,000 is because you've given me 20 years to pay. That's the only reason. And so time equals money. You are earning money through time, and that is riba. But Islamic Bank says no. There is no lending of money here. There is no loan. This is murabaha. Murabaha, where both the buyer and the seller agree on the selling price with an increase. Murabaha. No, it ain't murabaha. It's backdoor riba. Around the world today, Islamic banks, Islamic financial institutions are peddling murabaha and declaring that this is a halal transaction, and there are no shortage of muftis. If you are comfortable with this murabaha, I have not been appointed to stop you. No. But those of you who can see that this is backdoor riba, you would avoid it. They didn't get you to the front door, so they won't get you to the back door. And then there is that other famous method of hiding the riba in a lease. A lease. But the interest is embedded in the lease contract. The price at which you are leasing the article includes the interest in the price. And so where you think that this is a straight lease contract, a rental contract, it is more than that. It is a rental contract in which the riba is incorporated into the rental price. Do not, therefore, allow yourself to be trapped by backdoor riba.